Welcome to the Appendix, where we read the primary sources of the past so that you can better understand the present. Today's primary source, the Molasses Act, May 17, 1733. This act, by placing heavy duties upon the importation of rum and molasses from the French West Indies to the American colonies, was passed in response to the demand of the English merchants with interests in the British West Indies. Had it been enforced, it would have played havoc with the triangle trade of the New England merchants. Fortunately for them, it was not enforced. An act for the better securing and encouraging the trade of His Majesty's sugar colonies in America. Whereas the welfare and prosperity of Your Majesty's sugar colonies in America are of the greatest consequence and importance to the trade, navigation, and strength of this kingdom, and whereas the planters of the said sugar colonies have of late years fallen under such great discouragements that they are unable to improve or carry on the sugar trade upon an equal footing with the foreign sugar colonies, without some advantage and relief be given to them from Great Britain. For remedy whereof, be it enacted that from and after December 25th, 1733, there shall be raised, levied, collected, and paid unto and for the use of His Majesty upon all rum and spirits of the produce or manufacture of any of the colonies or plantations in America, not in the possession or under the dominion of His Majesty, which at any time or times within or during the countenance of this act shall be imported or brought into any of the colonies or plantations in America, which now are or hereafter may be in the possession or under the dominion of His Majesty. The sum of 9 pence, money of Great Britain, for every gallon thereof, and after that rate, for any greater or lesser quantity, and upon all molasses or syrups of such foreign produce or manufacture as aforesaid, which shall be imported or brought into any of the said colonies or plantations of, or belonging to His Majesty's, the sum of 6 pence of like money for every gallon thereof, and upon all sugars and panels of such foreign growth, produce, or manufacture as aforesaid, which shall be imported into any of the said colonies or plantations, or duties after the rate of 5 shillings of like money for every 100 weight of war dupas. 4. And be it further enacted, that from after December 25th, 1733, no sugars, panels, syrups, or molasses of the growth, product, and manufacture of any of the colonies or plantations in America, nor any rum or spirits of America, except of the growth or manufacture of His Majesty's sugar colonies there, shall be imported by any person or persons whatsoever into the kingdom of Ireland, but such only as shall be fairly and bona fide loaded and shipped in Great Britain, in ships navigated according to the several laws now being in that behalf, under the penalty of forfeiting all such sugar, panels, syrups, or molasses, rum, or spirits, or the value thereof, together with the ship or vessel in which the same shall be imported. 9. And it is hereby further enacted, that in case any sugar or panels of the growth, produce, or manufacture of any of the colonies or plantations belonging to or in the possession of His Majesty, which shall have been imported into Great Britain after June 24th, 1733, shall at any time within 1 year after the importation thereof be again exported out of Great Britain, all the residue and remainder of the subsidy or duty by any former acts or acts of Parliament granted or charged, or such sugar or panels aforesaid, shall without any delay or reward be repaid to such merchant or merchants who do export the same within 1 month after demand thereof. 10. and is hereby further enacted, that from and after June 24th, 1733, for every hundredweight of sugar refined in Great Britain, which shall be exported out of this kingdom, there shall be, by virtue of this act, repaid at the custom house to the exporter within 1 month after the demand thereof, over and above the several sums of 3 shillings and 1 shilling per hundred, payable by 2 former acts of Parliament, one of them made in the 9th and 10th year of the reign of his late Majesty King William III, and the other in the 2nd and 3rd years of the reign of her late Majesty Queen Anne. The further sum of 2 shillings, oath or solemn affirmation, as aforesaid, being first made by the refiner, that the said sugar exported was produced from brown and muscovado sugar, and that as he verily believes the same was imported from some of the colonies or plantations in America belonging to and in the possession of the Crown of Great Britain, and that as he verily believes the duty of the said brown and muscovado sugar was duly paid at the time of the importation thereof, and that the same was duly exported. 13. Provided nevertheless that nothing herein contained shall extend to hinder or restrain the importation of any sugars, or any of the dominions belonging to the King of Spain or the King of Portugal, from any part or place from whence such sugars might lawfully have been imported before the making of this act. Thank you for joining us for our primary source today on the appendix. We will see you in the stats.